Hey, and welcome to the Ambassador of Stoke channel. In today's video, I want to talk about speed flying and my journey into it the past 2 years. If you're here the first time, welcome. If you've subscribed to the channel already, welcome back. You might have gotten here randomly by searching speed flying on YouTube, or maybe you listen Speed Vector podcast, where I was talking to Victor about myself, my journey, and how I got into speed flying. Like in every podcast, you finish it, you wrap it up, and suddenly you're like, oh, I wanted to talk about this, and this. So I've actually written it all out, my other thoughts that I've kind of gathered in a few years. I am not a coach. I am still a beginner flyer. If you're a professional long-term speed flyer, this video is probably not for you. If you're thinking of getting into it or new to the sport, stick around. Maybe you'll learn something new. Maybe you find that I'm doing something differently than you, or maybe you don't agree with me at all, which is totally cool as well. These are just my thoughts. This is not a coaching session. You shouldn't learn speed flying from YouTube. It's cool to watch videos, but the best is to get a lesson. My background is martial arts. I've been living in the mountains all over the world past 14 years, skiing and snowboarding and mountain biking mainly, a little bit of climbing, a bit of mountaineering as well, but not much. My background in canopy related sports. In my early 20s, I bought myself a kite and taught myself how to snow kite. I've also done 30 skydives in my early 30s. Now I'm 38, and I also went through a paragliding solo license course in Christchurch, New Zealand, just to fulfill my requirements for speed flying. Because in New Zealand, you need a license, you need a paragliding license, 40 extra flights, or a skydiving C license. So that's about my canopy experience, which is not a lot. I understand that. I started speed flying 2 years ago almost, and now I have 285 flights currently. By the end of my second year is probably around 300, weather dependent, of course. I really wanted to get into speed flying because I see it as a different way of interacting with the mountains. I've been ski touring a lot. I've been hiking, mountain biking a lot. So that was just I can't say a logical step, but to me it felt like this is what I want to do. And that's how I kind of see speed flying as well, as similar to backcountry ski touring. I don't see speed flying as a sport as much as I don't mind if it becomes a sport, because it's not my job to dictate what's sport, what's not. I don't see it as a sport. So far, there's really no competitions in speed flying, which would be pretty cool if we could keep it that way for a little longer. But I understand the progression. I understand the competitiveness of the people in sport, in this activity. I think it will steal from a lot of the freedom that speed flying offers. As soon as you put a competition in front of people, people start training for that one goal in mind. And, imagine if you just start flying gates. In my head, that's pretty boring. But again, each to their own. If it becomes a sport and you want to participate, by all means, go nuts. I went through a Jamie Lee speed flying school. First, I did a paragliding solo license in Christchurch paragliding with Ryan Scarlett. Highly recommended coach. Links to these schools are down in the show notes. And then I joined Jamie's speed flying school. I've done two separate times with him. But first one, few days of getting coaching how to fly speed wings. I did 4 flights on a 16-meter Dragonfly, and then I ended up buying a 15-meter Rapido 3. I did 40 flights on that one. I did 60 flights on a R3 13-meter, and now I've been flying R3X from Ozone 11-meter, almost 200 flights. There's no like grading system in speed flying, so how I see it, because of my martial arts background, and right now I guess Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the most popular martial art in the world. So I'll talk in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu belt grading, because that does make the most sense to me, and maybe it resonates with you as well. So how I see it is the 16, and of course everything is related to wing loading, your weight as well. I weigh 75 kilos, which is 165 pounds. But how I see it and how I've dissected this for myself and for my own progression is the 16 and a 15 meter was kind of like, hey, welcome to the activity. Jump on these ones. Let's see if you even stick around, if it is for you. It's kind of like you're showing up in a martial arts class as your free trial. First, hello, welcome. Let's learn some basics and let's see if you want to get choked out later on in life or not. That size range to me is like I don't even have a uniform, a gi yet, baby steps. Then 13-meter range, how I see it, is a white belt. I also put myself with the 11-meter into that 4-stripe white belt category at the moment, that it's still like you're a beginner, and 11-meter maybe like a graduating to a next level. 13-meter as a white belt. 11-meter for me is kind of like a blue belt. You've been around for a year or so. You've taken the activity seriously. You understand the basics, how everything functions. You show up all the time. You do your research. You study at home. So I see 11-meter as a blue belt. And then we're going into that purple belt range, which is maybe like a 10-meter level Fury Max or a 9-meter R3X. You've been in a sport, let's say like 3-4 years easy, consistently getting better, flying different sites, always been safe, really no injuries, always making good decisions. The 8-meter is a brown belt level where you're very high level, super skilled pilot, and you're a safe pilot. Not much to say there. And then the 6.5 or the 5.9 meter R3X, that's a black belt. You've been in sport 8-10 plus years. You've earned the right to fly that wing. I don't know if I will ever get there. I don't know if I want to even ever get there. That is not my goal, or that is not what I'm focusing on at all. Currently, I'm enjoying flying the 11-meter. Recently, just starting to like finding some limitations to it, but I have no rush to jump on a 9-meter yet. Although my brain's already like, ooh, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to fly a little bit straighter, lower, faster, to have a bit of a more reactive wing? It would be nice. It would be interesting. Do I need it? No. Maybe soon I'll give it a try and see how I feel, especially for speed riding, because winter is coming in New Zealand. But no rush. I'm not really focusing on it. I haven't flown many different wings. I'm still such a beginner that I first want to understand the activity. I want to become good at reading terrain, understanding winds, making good decisions, rather than, I'm going to learn a parakeet. Now I'm going to jump on this wing and trying to understand this one. Of course, I'm interested. I would love to fly the Fluid Odin or Thor. They look super fun. But at the same time, right now I'm very happy on the R3X. My first year I did 200 flights. Most flights here in New Zealand is just hiking. My average, just going to tell you right away, I have it all written out. I keep a logbook. Good idea to do that. So my first year I did 200 flights, 80,000 meters of vertical, which is 9 Everests. And that equals 264,000 vertical feet, which then, hiking wise, the average was 533 meters. Yeah, it's around 1,700 feet of average hike. Some of the flights are about 1,700 meters, 5,200 feet. Why I'm saying all this is I don't think the flight numbers are super important. I think the quality of the flight, the duration of the flight is important as well. And actually the safety of the flight. The amount of times, I actually really wish I would have started with writing down how many times I actually walked down, which is a lot more than you would think. I'm a very cautious flyer, very safe flyer. I've had one day of carnage in my own head where I did a bunch of mistakes that could have ended badly. I learned a lot. There's a video on my channel as well about it. That kind of straightened me up real quick. And I think the time in sport, I don't think it's smart to only focus I have 1,000 flights in 2 years and now you're, I don't know, a professional. I would say someone who has 1,000 flights in 5 years has probably more knowledge and more understanding the activity in general as far as speed flying goes. It's been really important to me to understand the weather, and more I'm making right decisions when even not to go. This year has been a bit tricky because the winds are super weird and the temperature as well. So definitely have had times when I'm like, sometimes I go out when it's 50-50 just to go and check it out. But I know myself, I don't mind walking down. Sometimes I even get to the landing area and I'm like, nah, too windy, back to the car, drive home, no problem. A lot of times I go for a wander, but basically even before I start the hike, most of the time I've made the decision in my head already that, I'm probably not going to fly unless something changed really well. And up there, it's actually really nice conditions because it took me 2 hours to hike or something like that. But usually if it's a 2-hour hike and I'm not feeling that the conditions are good, I don't go. Under an hour, I'll give it a crack. If I need to walk down, sweet. I've spent time outdoors in the mountains, sometimes with friends as well. So I don't mind it. Every time I have to walk down, I remember I'll be fitter for the next time going up. It's not a hard decision for me. I've made a pretty solid sealed with a kiss contract with my partner that I will come home every night. That doesn't mean that I can't go camping, which means it just basically means, hey, whatever you do, think about us as well and come home safe. And that's what I want to do. I don't see myself pushing my limits or anything. I don't like to be scared in anything I do, not just speed flying. I see flying as a privilege, as a bonus to spending time outdoors. I don't identify myself as a speed flyer. I think it's an activity to me. I see it as backcountry skiing, as I said earlier. You go out for a wander, you can make it as safe as you possibly can. It's our decisions that make this activity dangerous. So make good decisions. I'm sure you've lost some friends. I've lost friends. It's not fun. It's not fun for their family. Think about it. Do you want to put these people through these feelings you've gone through with losing a friend or a close one. Yeah, I don't. I have no desire to do that. And don't get me wrong, the cowboys, the shredders, respect. Pushing the sport, go nuts. Honestly, I salute you. You have my respect. It's incredible what some people do. And that's in every sport. Someone needs to push it, right? Any activity, someone's going to take it to the next level. And a lot of times it's paid in blood. That's just how it is. I'm not part of those people, and not everyone has to be. Speedflying is not about being scared and sending it your hardest and adrenaline rush. If I get an adrenaline rush in flight, I've probably done something really wrong. Personally, I actually have unfollowed a lot of speed flyers on like social media platforms. Not because I don't respect them, but just because I found myself wanting to progress to other people's levels or comparing myself to other pilots, which I found actually being pretty unhealthy. Trying to, oh, this guy's doing this on this kind of terrain. Oh, maybe I can do it. Oh, why I can't do it? All these kind of questions and comparisons. I realized that, number one, I don't know anything about those people, which is totally okay. I also don't know their background, how they've been learning. A lot of times in flights, they look sketchy. I don't know if it's because it's fast or the video is sped up, or I don't know. When I see a lot of like rushed movements, I'm not a fan. So I decided that it's better for my own safety if I unfollow a bunch of people, because first year pilot, I was following everyone just to like more content. This is sick. So don't take it personally if I've unfollowed you. I still see a lot what people actually doing, but I just had to stop that constant daily feed. I still follow a lot of the high level pilots that have been in the sport for 10 plus years. This beautiful to watch how they operate and what's actually possible. But it's kind of like a entertainment. This is cool, but I will never do it. Like I watch a lot of wingsuit base jumping. That doesn't mean I'm gonna ever do it. I would love to, but I also know that the time, the money, I can't see myself investing into it. So I'll enjoy it as entertainment. Talking about base jumping in general, I've learned a lot of behavior or what not to do from base jumping. I haven't base jumped myself, but reading the BFL list, I'll leave the link in the show note as well. Now, there is an Speedflying fatality list as well. Unfortunately, there are a bunch of people already in there and it's growing. Maybe that's also why I'm putting this video out there, that maybe it helps someone. But base jumping videos, there's a lot more material I find, and also some books. The mindset is quite similar, I believe so, at least. So base jumping is a pretty cool tool to use to learn the behavior in the mountains and risk assessment, decision making. What keeps me in speed flying? I just really enjoy it. It's pretty fucking cool. Wow, it's still such a dream. I still pinch myself that I can just walk up the mountain and fly down. It's so sick. And the people in speed flying are mostly amazing. Mostly very humble people, very caring, and nuts. A bit crazy. I love that. That's so cool. Yeah. Wild people. And I'm really honored to have met so many of you already. I'm so excited what's there to come and the people I will meet. especially going to Chamonix for a week in June, just for a quick family holiday trip to see if we want to move there one day. We are ski bums, so super excited actually for that. Yeah, who is speed flying for? I don't think it's for everyone. It can be pretty overwhelming, but a lot of people can do it, and I think a lot of people could enjoy it if they progress or proceed. Correctly is a bad word, but I guess lack for a better word I use, if they proceed, progress in a correct way, that they get coaching, they're interested in learning theory and learning themselves as well. But I think if you've been, let's say you've been a rock climber for a while, or you've been mountain biking a lot, you've been spending a lot of times in the mountains, you've been skiing, snowboarding, and your mind, your brain is kind of used to it, a little bit more action than average, then speed flying could be an activity that you would really enjoy. It doesn't have to be dangerous. It does not have to be scary at all. It can be fun, joyous, relaxing in a weird way as well. And it's kind of like a meditation and like self-mitigation. Yeah, you learn a lot about yourself and how to control your emotions, how to trust yourself. Another thing in flight that I was going to say is my approach to things for, like, let's say, spirals, barrel rolls, swoop landings, 270s, anything like that. In flight, when I'm looking down and I'm asking myself a question, am I high enough for this maneuver? I'm not going to do it, because like I shouldn't be asking that. I shouldn't be guessing. Am I? Like, I only do it when I'm look down and I'm like, sweet, I got plenty of height. Cool. Over time, I'm sure the height will change. But right now, how I'm flying or approaching the landing, if I look down and I ask myself, do I have enough height? No, I don't. not for this maneuver, not this time. Plenty of time to fly tomorrow. Yeah, so this is my little spiel. I've actually wanted to get this out for a while now. I've felt maybe a little bit like, kind of like a nobody who's a dude with few years of experience, and what is he even saying? And that's pretty valid thought. I'm not a coach, as I said, but I am passionate about speed flying as the activity. It has made my life so much better, brought me so much joy, that I really want to share it. And I really hope that one day a lot more people get to experience it. So if you got to this point in this video, click subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends who you think might want to see this. A lot more videos to come. Few adventures are planned. I'm also going to do a 200 flight review for the Ozone R3X wing. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't listened to the Speed Vector podcast, link is down below as well. Go and check it out. Victor is an amazing dude that's just shedding light to speed flying as the activity. There's so many cool people that he's already talked to, and there's a lot more people coming on board. So go and give him a listen. And thank you. I will catch you next time. I'll see you up in the air, maybe in the mountains. Get outside and do cool shit.